the other person could have, let's say, a red mark or a scratch. Hey there, good afternoon. This is David Kohlmeyer, the problem solver. I am a retired police officer helping people one problem at a time. Today, we have some amazing people that are coming on the show. We're doing an event here at the Sticky Paws studio. Today, my co-host, John Orlando, and I also have a guest, Mark Mraz, with Crossing the Goal Partners.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So just to recap what's going on, basically I'm a retired police officer. I help people, nonprofit component. Basically I make believe I'm a cop, but I'm not in uniform anymore. Whether it's basically helping people that are homeless, that need housing, that want to buy a house, any kind of problem, they need a lawyer, I basically try to help out. And John basically, he owns Sticky Paws Studio here. It helps different people with podcasts. So we want to learn more about you, what you do, and how we can kind of work together. Today we have the Social Register event. How long have you been with Social Register?
I've been with Social Register about 2 years.
Got it. You met a lot of people. What's your thoughts with it?
Yeah, it's a great organization. I like Mary Grace's approach to networking.
Okay.
It's less about the business card and it's more about getting to know people.
It's funny because we keep asking for business cards, and I know that's the thing. Like, where's your business card? Where's your business card? And then the other girl threw us off. She's got a digital business card.
Yeah, that was good. 2021.
But, so long story short, so Social Register's networking group, you meet good people. How do you feel it's different? Like, you're meeting better people? Like, if you went to the Chamber of Commerce or somewhere else, like, what's your thoughts?
I like it because it's more decision makers in business, right? It's business owners, it's the business executives. The Chamber of Commerce, I just felt when I was a member there that they're more focused on the politics of the city and of enterprise. So Social Register is really about meeting business owners and meeting business executives and decision makers.
I like it. By the way, one thing, John, I'm not sure if you know, but the Chamber, one thing I really like about the Chamber, they have that once a year. It's called Preview. Have you been to Preview?
No.
Basically, Preview is once a year, and it says what's going to happen for the new year. So, like when Raiders was coming, they'll talk about Raiders. So what I always do is I go once a year, and you kind of learn a little bit what's going on. Like the medical center's coming, something's coming.
You get the whole calendar, basically.
Yeah. Well, you're getting like intel of what's going on. Like they want to build like the light rail through Maryland to revitalize Charleston and like Maryland. So it's kind of good intel. But it's one thing I recommend with the Chamber. I've been going for many years. Even when I was a police officer in Henderson, I would go all the time, and I was just looking for that little bit of intel. Like, hey, we should do this or we should do that. But anyway, so I'm glad to see that you're part of Social Register. I've gone to a few different events. Tell us a little bit about Crossing the Goal Partners. Tell us about that.
Sure. I help business owners grow and sell a business so they can exit without regrets.
Grow and sell the business without regrets.
Yep.
I like that. Is that the tagline?
It kind of changes every time I say it.
God, I like that.
It's essentially helping business owners exit their company.
I'm actually, this studio here is Sticky Paws Studio. I'm actually selling this podcast. No, I'm joking. I have 1% ownership. I actually fixed the ice machine. So I own the
you're up to 2% because you stocked it and everything.
Oh, I stocked it. So
you're a 2%.
So I'm a 2%er.
So is that your office that says intern?
No, that's actually his. Travis is
Travis.
That's my my office.
We gave him the largest office because basically he's very good at what he does, so he took the largest office.
Travis is really the boss of this whole place.
Yeah, I am.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
He's actually engineer and then the director of Vector Files.
Yes, he's chief nerd, actually, is his actual title. True story.
Absolutely.
It's on his card.
Look at the card.
So tell me, how long have you been doing this, growing and selling business?
Since 2019.
So it's new?
Yeah.
It's about a year and a half, 2 years. So give me an example, like if I'm a business owner, like you help me grow it and then sell it?
Yeah, so we work with business owners and help them understand what buyers are looking for. So we work on 8 key principles in the business. So it's everything from cash flow to organizational structure, revenue structure. One of the things I find business owners, they are their business, right? A lot of business owners think of their business as their baby, right? I mean, you see these businesses like Bob and Sons, right? They are the business. They have their name on it. And those businesses, those business owners are very involved in making sales, marketing, servicing clients. They get lots of emails in their inbox. They never get to take a vacation. So what happens is those businesses become less valuable because when a buyer comes in, they don't want to buy your job. They want to buy somebody's business. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So I guess here's a question for you. Can you give us an example of a business that you've worked with, or can you share like an example?
Yeah, I've worked with a restaurant, and one of the things we talk about is creating recurring revenue in businesses. So a business that has steady recurring revenue adds a lot more value. For the buyer, they know they have new business coming in or they have repeating business coming in every month. So I worked with this restaurant, and they said, how do we create recurring revenue in a restaurant? So what we did was we created like a membership program, right? So they would have like a members dinner once a month. They'd bring in an external speaker. They would have they'd have people that were regulars to the restaurant join as members.
Got it.
So they provided
That's kind of like what we went. You took me to downtown with Oscars. I mean, I know that's Oscars' place, but it's the same kind of concept.
We should sit down maybe next week or so just to kind of go over some different strategies. We're always looking to be creative in what we do and to kind of work with some different business owners.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Sticky Paws studio, I know John here wants to take the studio to different states. There'll be a Sticky Paws in every single state in the United States of America, and then we also work with the Las Vegas Legal Network, which there'll be a network of different attorneys throughout the United States as well, and to build that as well. So maybe we could sit down. You have 3 tips that you would want to like share to like a new business. Like a lot of people have social registered this event. There's maybe small businesses.
Yeah.
What 3 tips would you give, especially during the economic times right now because of COVID, and who knows over the next 6 and 12 months, and a lot of these shortages are going on. Anything you want to share as tips?
I would say you should always think about your exit, even at the beginning, right? A lot of consultants and coaches are out there helping business owners start their business, but they don't actually always think about the end game. What their goal line is. So we talk about making sure they have a plan. Every business owner exits their business. I guess one tip is every business owner will exit their business. Some plan for it. Some of them it just happens to them. So that, have a plan for your exit.
It's interesting. They always talk about real estate investing because I dabble in real estate investing. Whenever you buy something, you're always supposed to have an exit strategy because you never know what's going to happen with the market or what you're going to do, but always be prepared.
Yeah, I talk to people about what I do similar to real estate, right? When somebody wants to buy or sell their house, they'll go to a realtor and they'll say, hey, I want to sell my house. And the realtor might come in and say, hey, you know what? You need to remodel your kitchen, redo your bathroom. So I'm the guy that comes in and remodels the kitchen or the bathroom of the business, right? So a business owner would go to a business broker, and the broker says, I can't sell your business right now. You've got to do some things to improve the value of your business. So another tip I would have is create a business that does not rely on you. So make sure you're documenting processes and stuff like that.
100%. Otherwise, it's really not a business. We talk about that here all the time, that if it can't operate with you there, you don't have a business yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I find lots of business owners create jobs for themselves. Yeah.
Right.
So they're self-employed. They're not really business owners.
Right.
One thing that's actually John and I have in common, which is funny, besides the fact that we like drinking Coke, is that we both operated and owned a tanning salon. Right?
I forgot about that.
So he was in Branson, Missouri with a tanning salon. I was in New York City with a tanning salon. But it's funny you say that because, I'm 45 now, but I was like 17 to about 22 of age. But I kind of felt like I created a job. I was working there. And it's not easy to grow any type of business. Me and John cleaned tons of sweat off of tanning beds with rags. And who knows what else was there.
True story.
And the bottom line is that, you kind of created a job. So I always say, this is interesting, that if you had a business that you were running and you were there, how much money a week would you need to say that I've had a successful business? Now, this is 20 years ago when I had a tanning salon. I actually said if I made $1,000 a week, I didn't have to be there.
That was my number 2.
It was successful, in general. But it wasn't easy. I had a partner. He was a good guy, and we both moved on. He actually, my partner, I think I told you, he married one of the girls that I basically hired to be the tanning salon attendant, even though I was trying to get with her. And basically, he's got like 4 kids now, happily married, which I'm glad. She's a good girl, and basically they're together. So I always say the net profits.
My partner did that exact thing. Yep.
So the net profits of my tanning salon of Caribbean Sun was that my partner basically has 4 children and happily married. So I'm actually glad for that. His name is Andrew Solash. It was called Caribbean Sun Tanning at the time. So, but again, you can help businesses in general. So I think we should definitely hook up, and we have a lot of the businesses we can help kind of promote you. And our goal is to really just pay it forward and to help businesses, especially during this economic time.
Good. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about. I have a friend. I live in downtown Las Vegas. And I have a friend who has an organization called Caridad Gardens.
Okay.
And they work with a lot of homeless people, help reintroducing them to jobs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a good connection for you, too.
One of the things I created on the Problem Solver app, it didn't go live yet, but when I did, I was just talking about it with some of the people, is, people that are homeless all over different locations, like people don't know who to call. You feel bad if someone's basically trying to give money, like they're waiting by the car, you would give $1. Mm-hmm. But with COVID going on, and if you don't want to deal with someone that's homeless, what can you do? So actually on the app of the ProblemSolver.Vegas, there's a homeless section. You click a button, and you actually does the GPS location. You could take a photo if it's safe, or you could describe the person, or if there's a camp, and then basically it would upload the information, be sent to different nonprofits to help homeless. And basically, I created it, and then I just haven't set it up where what nonprofits would get it. Because what happens if you're in the city of Las Vegas and they're homeless, they only go out to the city of Las Vegas. So if you called a Henderson location, if you called in and you said it's Henderson, they'll give you a different number. So I was trying to make it like a one-source place to help people, because I always feel bad. You see people that are homeless in the corner, and if you don't want to, like, especially now with COVID, right? People don't want to open their window or mask or touching, you know. So I wanted to create something. So in the next month or two, I'll go live. It's kind of a cool thing that I did. I used to help homeless as a cop in Henderson, and I always feel bad, you know. I mean, we're fortunate just to have a bed and a house, and we could turn on the air conditioning. Imagine if the air conditioner's not working for one day. I've had that happen.
Oh,
it's horrible.
Happened a month ago at my mom's place. It's awful.
Yeah, especially out here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Mark, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I hope you enjoy yourself out there with the Social Register.
Thanks.
We'll hook up the three of us so we can see how we could work together.
Sounds good.
Anything you want to give, phone number, any information, Facebook, anything you want to share with the viewers and listeners?
Yeah, my phone number is 702-209-1726, and my website is crossingthegoalpartners.com.
Crossingthegoalpartners.com. Great. So, Mark, thanks so much for joining on the show. I'm David Kohlmeyer, the problem solver. Any problems that you basically have that I can help, retired police officer helping people one problem at a time. Thanks so much for joining us, and I'll see you next week.